Amelia is here. Stop scrolling right now, because this message is not a coincidence. Out of all the things you could have seen today, this found you, and it found you at the exact moment you were meant to hear it. There is nothing random about this. There is no accident here. Something is shifting, and it's shifting fast. The feelings for you did not grow slowly like a small flame. They didn't gently develop over time. They exploded. What started as simple curiosity, just noticing you, wondering about you, thinking about you here and there, has now turned into something powerful, something intense, something they can't turn off no matter how hard they try. Now let's clear something up immediately. When we talk about them wanting to own you, this is not about control. This is not about dominance. This is not about treating you like an object. You are not something to be claimed or possessed. What this really means is that they feel overtaken by you, consumed by you. You have moved into their mind in a way they never expected. You are living in their thoughts constantly. From the moment they wake up in the morning, you are there. In the quiet moments during the day, you are there. When they try to focus on something else, somehow their mind circles back to you. And at night, when everything is silent and there are no distractions left, you are still there. This isn't just thinking about someone. This is replaying conversations, imagining new ones, wondering what you're doing, checking their phone, rereading messages, feeling your absence, feeling your presence even when you're not physically there. On the outside, though, they look calm. They act casual, unbothered, maybe even distant. They carry themselves like nothing is affecting them, like they are completely in control of their emotions. But that calm exterior is just a mask. Beneath it, there is a storm building. Every time your name lights up on their phone, their heart rate changes. Every time they see something that reminds them of you, a song, a place, a smell, a memory, it hits them in the chest. There is a physical reaction. You don't just cross their mind. You move their body. You shift their mood. You have become their comfort and their weakness at the same time. They've tried to push it down. They've tried to stay logical. They've told themselves it's not that serious. They've tried to distract themselves with work, with friends, with other options. But no matter what they do, the feeling keeps growing. Desire does not respond to logic. The more they suppress it, the louder it becomes. And now their resistance is breaking. There is a real inner battle happening inside them. One part of them wants to rush toward you, to say everything, to admit everything, to finally stop pretending. The other part of them is scared. Scared of rejection. Scared of vulnerability. Scared of losing control. Scared of how deeply you actually affect them. But something important is happening. The walls they built to protect themselves are starting to fall. One by one. The emotions they carefully hid are now demanding to be expressed. It's getting harder for them to keep up the act. Harder to pretend they don't care. Harder to act indifferent when, in reality, they crave you. And when I say crave, I mean deeply. They don't just want to see you. They want your attention, your validation, your energy, your closeness. They imagine what it would feel like to hold you, to protect you, to belong with you. They replay moments in their head that haven't even happened yet. They picture conversations. They think about how your voice would sound in certain situations. They imagine what it would be like to finally drop all the walls and just be honest. This is not a surface-level crush. This is fixation. You have become the standard in their mind. Everyone else feels like a comparison, and no one matches you. Other options feel empty, forced, like settling. But when they think about you, it feels different. It feels meaningful. It feels powerful. It feels like something they can't replace. There's a strong tug of war happening inside their heart right now. desire versus pride, fear versus longing, hurt versus hope. They want you more than they are comfortable admitting. And that is exactly why they've been struggling. But the balance is shifting. Their longing is starting to outweigh their fear. Their protective instincts are getting stronger. The urge to move toward you is becoming louder than the voice telling them to stay silent. The scale is tipping, and once it tips fully, there will be no going back. The silence you've been experiencing, it's not because they don't feel anything. It's because they feel too much. And that kind of intensity can only be hidden for so long. They cannot escape you. No matter how much they try to distract themselves, bury their feelings in work, conversations, or pride, your energy keeps finding its way back into their mind. It shows up when they wake up. It lingers when they try to sleep. It interrupts their focus. They may act composed on the outside, but internally, there is a constant replay of memories, conversations, and moments with you. The more they attempt to suppress it, the more intense it becomes. What they thought would fade with time has only grown stronger. The silence they chose is no longer comfortable for them. At first, staying quiet felt like control. It felt like protection. It gave them the illusion of power. But now that silence feels heavy. It feels suffocating. They are reaching a point where not acting hurts more than risking vulnerability. Holding everything in is becoming more painful than speaking up. What once felt safe now feels unbearable. They are realizing that distance is not bringing them peace. It is creating inner chaos. When they finally communicate, it will not feel casual or careless. It won't be shallow words just to test the waters. There will be weight behind what they say. You will feel intention. You will feel emotion. Their tone, their energy, their presence will feel different. This won't be someone pretending anymore. This will be someone who has reached their emotional limit and can no longer hide behind pride. The conversation will carry intensity because it has been building for a long time. You don't fully see how deeply you have affected them. From your perspective, they may seem distant, cold, or unaffected. They have been wearing a mask, acting as if everything is fine, acting as if your absence doesn't shake them. But behind that mask, their feelings run deep, much deeper than they ever allowed you to see. What they tried to minimize has grown into something powerful. What they tried to control has taken control of them. Their thoughts about you are not light or innocent. They are intense. They are passionate. There is longing, desire, and emotional pull that they struggle to manage. It is not just a simple attraction. It is consuming. They think about what it would be like to claim you openly, to express what they truly feel. And those thoughts ignite something wild inside them. They are no longer fully in control of their rational mind when it comes to you. Logic fades when emotion takes over. And that is exactly what is happening. Pretending they don't care has become exhausting. Acting like they are fine with distance has become impossible. Watching you pull back or appear unaffected feels like a punishment to them. In their mind, it feels like everything is working against them. They may even feel as though life itself is forcing them to face their feelings. The pressure is building from within, and they can no longer maintain the calm, composed image they've been trying to hold. You may start noticing subtle shifts. They may become more attentive, more consistent, more eager to be around you. The effort will increase. The distance will shrink. The energy between you will start to feel heavier, almost charged. Conversations may carry unspoken tension. Eye contact may feel deeper. There will be a sense that something is about to be said, something that has been waiting beneath the surface. This is not random. This is not coincidence. The connection has been sitting in uncertainty for too long, and it is reaching a turning point. What once felt confusing is slowly transforming into clarity. What once felt stuck is beginning to move. The silence that once protected them is now pushing them forward. There is breakthrough energy surrounding this situation. Hidden emotions are rising. Truth is getting closer to the surface. The stage of pretending is ending. The stage of honesty is approaching. What comes next is not more confusion. It is not more avoidance. It is clarity, action, and emotional revelation. The shift is already happening, even if you cannot fully see it yet. My love, the phase that felt slow, heavy, and unmoving is finally coming to an end. The energy around you is shifting in a very real way. What once felt stagnant now feels like it's quietly building towards something powerful. I sense a strong, loyal, and protective energy rising, and this energy belongs to the person connected to you. This is not the version of them you've been seeing. In the past, they may have shown small glimpses of care or attachment, but they kept most of their true emotions hidden. They acted distant, calm, or even indifferent at times. But that was never the full truth. That was just the mask. Now that mask is cracking. They are exhausted from pretending they don't feel what they feel. They are tired of holding back. There's a deep urge inside them to shed the old version of themselves, the guarded one, the emotionally unavailable one, and reveal who they truly are. And who they truly are is someone who feels intensely, someone who thinks about you constantly, someone who is far more attached than they ever allowed you to see. Their thoughts keep looping. Over and over in their mind, they replay the same realization. This is my person, the one I love, the one I care about, the one I want in my life. And with that realization comes fear. Fear that someone else could step in. Fear that someone else could capture your attention. When they imagine another person getting close to you, flirting with you, or occupying your thoughts, it triggers something powerful inside them. Jealousy arises. Possessiveness surfaces. Not from a place of control, but from the fear of losing something they know is rare. For a long time, they stayed still. They watched from a distance. They convinced themselves they had time. They told themselves you would always be there. So they did nothing. They hid behind silence. They let pride and hesitation keep them frozen. But that patience has run out. Emotionally, they can no longer ignore what they feel. The idea of losing you has become more painful than the fear of expressing themselves. At the same time, something incredible has been happening with you. Without even realizing it, you have been stepping into your power. You've been aligning with a stronger version of yourself. Your self-respect has grown. Your boundaries are clearer now. You are no longer willing to accept crumbs of attention. You carry yourself differently. There is maturity in your energy. There is strength in your presence. This is your glow-up era, and it's not just about appearance. It's internal. It's about confidence. It's about knowing your worth. When your inner world shifts like this, people feel it. You don't have to say much. Your energy speaks for you. Your words carry more weight. Your silence feels powerful instead of empty. Because of this shift, attention is naturally increasing around you. People notice you more. Strangers feel drawn to you. Those who once overlooked you are suddenly more attentive. Some admire you. Some are curious about you. Some are even intimidated by you. And yes, some may feel jealous. When your energy elevates, it becomes magnetic. Others may try to copy your style, mimic your vibe, or compete with you. But that only proves one thing. You're no longer following anyone. Others are watching you now. The person who feels deeply for you senses this change the most. They feel you becoming stronger, more independent, slightly pulled back. They can sense that you are no longer waiting in the same way. And that awareness is creating urgency. It's pushing them to realize that if they don't step forward, they could truly lose you. There may also be people around you who try to control or limit you because they feel threatened by your growth. This could be someone at work, someone in your circle, or someone who envies your light. When someone shines brighter, insecure people react. They may test your boundaries. They may try subtle ways to hold you back, but your strength and confidence allows you to see through it. You are not as easily influenced anymore. What stands out most strongly is this person's internal shift. They are realizing that you are highly desirable, not just physically, but energetically. Your independence, your self-respect, your glow, it makes you even more attractive. They know others can see it too, and that realization sparks something bold inside them. They don't want to lose you. Not now. Not when they finally understand your value. I see a bold move approaching. Something changes suddenly. The silence cannot continue much longer. The tension that has been building finally releases. They are reaching a point where staying quiet feels worse than speaking up, and when they do step forward, it will feel intense, honest, raw. The stagnation is dissolving. Your power is rising, and their hidden feelings are coming to the surface. Everything that felt paused is beginning to move, and when it does, it moves quickly. There is a powerful shift building between you and this person, and it's leading towards something very real. A confession is coming, a message that carries truth. It may arrive as a deep emotional conversation, an unexpected call, or even an invitation that changes everything. What once felt uncertain and confusing is preparing to transform. Within the next month, the dynamic between you can completely change. You will begin to see more effort from them, more consistency, more maturity. The connection will stop feeling like it's floating in limbo and will begin to stand firmly in reality. What once felt fragile will start to feel grounded and intentional. You won't be questioning where you stand anymore. You won't feel like you have to read between the lines or guess how they feel. Their actions will speak clearly. There's a bold move building up inside them, something courageous and direct. They are preparing to take a risk, and when they do, you will feel chosen openly, not quietly, not secretly, but in a way that feels secure and undeniable. The hesitation that once surrounded this connection is fading. Clarity is taking its place. Right now, you may already be sensing that something is shifting. Your intuition is heightened. Your instincts are sharper than usual. You might feel subtle signals in your body, that strange flutter in your stomach, a sudden wave of uneasiness, or even a calm certainty that something important is about to happen. Pay attention to those sensations. Your body speaks before your mind understands. If something feels positive, warm, and expansive, trust it. If something feels tight or heavy, notice it. Your inner guidance is working strongly for you right now. You may also begin experiencing vivid dreams. Dreams that feel almost too real. Dreams where conversations happen, where emotions feel intense, where you wake up with a lingering feeling that something significant just occurred. These are not random. You could notice repeating numbers showing up around you, meaningful coincidences, or sudden memories of this person resurfacing in your mind. Moments you had forgotten may replay in your thoughts as if you are reliving them. These are confirmations that energy is moving. Something is unfolding beneath the surface. The energy around this connection feels passionate and brave. There is courage building. There is desire, yes, but it is no longer chaotic or impulsive. What once felt like overwhelming attraction is evolving into devotion, and that devotion is beginning to transform into action. This is not obsession spinning out of control. This is emotion maturing into something grounded. There is intensity, but it is balanced. It is supported by stability. It carries both fire and grounding energy, passion mixed with responsibility. You were never imagining the chemistry between you. You were never overthinking the connection. They have been fighting their feelings for a long time. They tried to ignore it. They tried to suppress it. But the more they resisted, the stronger it became. They did not expect to feel this deeply. They did not expect this kind of magnetic pull. Yet life without you has started to feel incomplete to them. Something feels missing when you are not there. You are not just someone they desire. You have become someone they feel emotionally attached to. This connection has moved beyond simple attraction. It has grown into something that touches their heart. What began as interest turned into attachment, and now that attachment is turning into intention. They do not just want fleeting moments with you anymore. They want something lasting. They want stability. They want a future that includes you. That realization has changed their perspective completely. If you have recently felt an energetic shift, a strange mix of calmness and anticipation, like you are standing on the edge of something big, trust that feeling. You may feel both nervous and excited at the same time. That is because change is approaching. The silence that once felt heavy is preparing to break. The intensity that once felt confusing is preparing to become clear action. Everything is aligning in its own time. The strong feelings that once felt overwhelming are organizing themselves into something meaningful. What once felt like obsession is becoming commitment. What once felt like uncertainty is becoming clarity. And what once felt like distance is preparing to become closeness. Your breakthrough is closer than you think. Stay grounded. Stay aware of the signs. Trust your intuition. Something real is building, and soon you won't have to question it anymore. You'll see it clearly in their actions.